today. The last fully documented North American sighting of the Eskimo curlew was in West Galveston back in 1962. 8 years ago, GINTC learned of the Lost Bird Project, an initiative to recognize and remember North American birds driven to extinction in modern times. When we learned that Todd's next bird that he had planned for the Lost Bird Project was the Eskimo curlew, we immediately knew that it needed to land on our island. Thanks to support from all of you, including our leading sponsors, Joe and Lynn Hudson, who are with us this morning, and many other generous donors, GINTC commissioned the sculpture. Todd created the Eskimo curlew, and with great assistance from Texas Parks and Wildlife, the Galveston Island State Park, the Friends of Galveston Island State Park volunteers, it was installed here early last year. But the pandemic postponed our dedication until now. Today's unveiling fits perfectly with Galveston's recent designation as a Bird City, Texas community. A community deeply committed to protecting birds and preserving their habitat.
I attend a lot of events, and there's not one that really represents what Galveston is all about better than what we are seeing today. This is a representation of our island, and it not only represents the unveiling of this beautiful statue and the beautiful sculpting piece here, but it also represents the emphasis that we put on our natural resources and the preservation of our natural resources. I want to thank, of course, the sculptor Todd for all of his expertise, and really thank Galveston Island Nature Tourism Council. What a wonderful organization, and they have served that purpose for many years of being an advocate for our natural resources, and thank you very much, Julie.
It's not only a stark reminder for us as a conservation agency of the responsibility we hold, but it's going to be a continued reminder of all our responsibility to keep nature in balance. The park has already benefited greatly from this sculpture. It's one of the more popular points of interest on the park. You'll notice a lot of pictures on Facebook and social media with the sculpture already behind it. So we thank you, and we're very excited to finally make it an official unveiling.
I tend not to prepare for these thinking that's going to come to me what I'm going to say. And while I was waiting, I thought if I stood up and said, I'm now going to sing You Are the Winds Beneath My Wings, that's not really where I was heading, but it could happen without preparation. It was about a week ago that I read that the ivory-billed woodpecker was officially declared extinct. Of course, that bird's been lost for quite a long time, and there's a big gap between when we've lost a species and when we declare it officially extinct. And I have to say, even though I knew that bird was gone, the news hit me pretty hard. I felt quite moved by that news, and that sorrow is a sort of beginning point. But people always ask me, how is this project not depressing? And it's the transition from such sad news, such sad history, such sad realization, to the kind of community building that leads to a permanent memorial. And so why this isn't a sad project for me is because of you. It's sculptures are finished by the people who see them. It's in the interaction with the sculpture that makes it complete. And this location means that you all care, you all stood up to honor this bit of our natural history, and that you're going to continue to stand up and interpret the sculpture in the context of what we still have. And that's the hope. It's the hope that in recognition of what we've lost, we'll become better stewards of what we still have. And it is not a sad project, it's an inspiring project. And I hope my Ivory Boat project can even come close to the transition from sadness to inspiration that your community has offered me. So it is a great honor to to help my sculpture become your sculpture. Thank you very much.
Okay, Todd, in just a few minutes, we're going to ask you to remove the cloth. And Director Rosales and the mayor and I are going to follow with a commemorative shower of native plant seeds. So, are you ready? Okay.
I'm so ready. I'm sorry.
Hey!